4, 5, 6, 2, 8. I saw a blessing I didn't know.
Hey guys, it's Retro here, and today we are going to be talking about a possible Modern Warfare 2 Remastered leak. A couple of days ago, a article had popped up with it saying Activision was planning on releasing a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered later in 2017 with the release of COD 2017. The link to this article is down below in the description if you guys want to go read it for yourselves. Also, a picture of the supposed leaked photo will be at the end of this video, so you can see that. Also, I'm going to be reading off this article. I'm going to skip a couple parts, read what's important, and others, and then I'm going to give my opinion on whether I want this or whether I don't. So it's going to be kind of a long video. It's probably going to be over 10 minutes. I'm expecting it to be. So I'm not going to be playing a game because I want to be focused on actually reading this. So I'm sorry. I'll probably clip in some gameplay. I don't know. But it says here, Modern Warfare 2 was released at the biggest point of the Call of Duty franchise. That's why the game was so big. It became one of the best-selling titles due to that fact. And although the game had some major issues because of legal troubles with Infinity Ward, the game was still considered to be one of the best Call of Duty titles of all time. Without a doubt, something Activision would have picked up on, in fact, before Modern Warfare Remastered was even announced, was a petition for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which had gained over 222,000 signatures in a space of a week. So what it basically is saying is that they had a poll on whether they should do this or they shouldn't, and 222,000 people said yes. So that probably gave them the idea of, hey, let's do Modern Warfare Remastered, and then we'll do Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And that means that there's a demand for the title to be remastered, and how the Call of Duty development cycle is, it'd probably be a wise move for Activision to give the green light. Even though Modern Warfare 2 isn't a Sledgehammer Games title, it'd set the Call of Duty franchise on a potential gold mine of opportunities, as the bullet points below shows. Call of Duty 2017 plus Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, Call of Duty 2018 plus World at War Remastered, Call of Duty 2019 plus Modern Warfare 3 Remastered plus Modern Warfare Remastered Trilogy. As we can see, if Activision decides on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered now, it set up a Modern Warfare Remastered Trilogy in 2019, which undoubtedly create mass sales for the franchise. The reason as to why this particular set of remasters is a good idea is because no matter how much we're all looking forward to the 3 years of traditional COD titles, we'll eventually all get bored. This basically means that Activision will want to feed on remastered Call of Duty sales, which makes a remastered trilogy very, very real reality. Call of Duty has always suffered from fans complaining that the franchise releasing the same games in a year and year out, when the franchise took a risk in 2014 with Advanced Warfare. Things went from bad to worse. Although Black Ops 3 was a hugely success, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare didn't live up to Activision's predicted sales. This resulted in the franchise once again going back to the traditional boots-on-ground title, which once again continued till yearly release this year. One of the massive drawbacks to the Call of Duty franchise at the moment, though, is Infinity Ward. Once considered the best Call of Duty developer, In recent years, it's become a shell of its former self. It's no surprise Infinity Ward are currently under fire from Activision due to the last two Call of Duty titles being lackluster, Call of Duty Ghost and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Both are considered to be both the worst titles in the franchise, which has put Infinity Ward under some immense pressure. This was proven last week when Activision fired 20 Infinity Ward employees. Either way, whichever way you look at it, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and the Call of Duty franchise, it makes complete sense for it to release. It'd be an overall great thing for the franchise and of course for the fans. So Activision, we really do hope the game is in development. Find out if Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will have supply drops. And it continues on to send you to another article about if it will have supply drops, and it's just saying that it's probably gonna happen, basically. So yeah, that's basically the article. Now, my opinion on all of this is I want this to happen because it's probably gonna be one of the best things that the Call of Duty franchise has happened besides having this game actually be released in the first place. I think I would enjoy it personally because it was one of my fan favorite CODs. It's one COD that I will never forget. Even till I'm 80, I will always remember this one because it was really the first one that I really put my heart into. I mean, don't get me wrong, COD 4 was a staple in it, and COD 2 and 3 were actually what really started me off, but Modern Warfare 2 really just like set me on the path to play Call of Duty. Like COD 4, I played it there and there. I mean, it wasn't really like, oh, I played it every single day except for like the weekends, or I played it every 2 days. Modern Warfare 2, I played it almost every single day. On that game, I have, well, my stats have been hacked, as you guys know from previous videos. Before I was hacked, I would say I probably had like at least 20 days fully played on that game. And I had a KD of like 2. And that's my highest KD in a game. And I was max prestige, had everything unlocked, except for like all the calling cards and all the emblems, of course. But I had all the camos done, I had all the attachments unlocked. It was really just, it felt like it was my best game, at least. Now, I also don't want this to happen because of several reasons. One reason is mainly because of supply drops. Now, we all know that Modern Warfare Remastered Raven said that it was they were going to be completely transparent with us and say that there was going to be no supply drops, and everything that was going to be in a supply drop after it was announced was only going to be cosmetic. Now, as we're recording this video, we already have the XM-LAR assault rifle, we already have the 44 Magnum pistol, and we already have new melee weapons like the sickle, the gladiator, the one more, I forgot what it's called, it's another one. And then we have the Kamchaka, however you say the shotgun's name, 12 shotgun, fully automatic shotgun. Now, there already has been leaked a new submachine gun called the MAC-10, which was from Black Ops. It was kind of like a mini Uzi, but it was a lot shorter. It was like a stub nose mini Uzi. And if you guys don't know what a stub nose is, it's basically what was a 44 Magnum, but it had a shorter barrel. We have a new sniper leaked. I forgot the name of it again. It comes with no sight attached to it, so it's kind of like the ballista with the iron sights. And then we have a new LMG, and we have new attachments: the holographic sight, the underbarrel shotgun attachment, which was in Modern Warfare 2 also. We have the thermal sight, and I believe we have extended mag. I believe, yeah. So all of that stuff is leaked in Modern Warfare Remastered, in Modern Warfare Remastered game files. So it wouldn't be a surprise if they add all of that stuff. I'm honestly at that point where I don't care if they add this. I mean, it's the game was ruined already. But going on about Modern Warfare Remastered, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I don't want that to happen because of supply drops, and because, I mean, it's mainly because of supply drops. Because if a remastered is supposed to just make the game look better and work better. That's what everyone thought Modern Warfare was going to be. But look at how that turned out. And I mentioned this on where I saw the article first. Someone had said that they didn't want this. They didn't want. Hold on, let me pull up this post real quick for you guys so I can read it quote for quote. But he brought up a really good point, and I am going to stick with that because that was a really good point, and it really, it just makes sense. Okay, so he said, yeah, it would be fun for like 1 month. Then they will ruin it by adding supply drops and changing stuff that made the game what it was. They will add camos, guns, melee weapons, new maps, etc. We just need a remastered, better graphics, and on current gen, nothing else. I went on to said, so true, I think it would be a bad idea, personally, because of that reason. And it would ruin the legacy of the game, so I think it would be better to remaster other titles and leave the great games alone. So what I meant by that comment is that take Black Ops for example. If they remaster that, it's already backwards compatible for Xbox, so they might not remaster that because of that fact. But I think if they were to remaster that, I'd be fine with that, because there wasn't really anything that made that game great. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still a great game. I enjoyed it very much, but I just didn't enjoy it as much as Modern Warfare 2. And Modern Warfare 2 was, and I don't want to start any like kind of war down there saying, oh, Black Ops is better, what are you talking about, you're dumbass. Modern Warfare 2, in my opinion, was way better than Black Ops, and it's just the best game in the series. My top 3 games would be Modern Warfare 2, it would be Black Ops 2, and then it would be COD 4. And then it would be Modern Warfare 3, and then it would be Black Ops. I just think Black Ops isn't that good because it you couldn't really quickscope, which at the time no one really cared about, obviously. But now when everyone goes to try and go back to that game and tries to quickscope, you can't really quickscope because of how they made the snipers in that game. And in my opinion, I don't know if it was for anyone else, but I felt like I was dying quickly, like in Ghosts. I mean, not as quickly as Ghosts, but I just felt like I was dying quickly too. Um, so back to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Um, how he said they would add new camos, new guns, new melee weapons, new maps. I would honestly be fine with them just adding new maps, like making another map pack, because Modern Warfare 2 only had 2 map packs. And those maps were honestly good. There was 2 bad ones, but the rest were decent to okay. So, a camo, I would be fine with them adding gold, and that's it. Just because it just made the game, it would make the game feel more complete. Um, Melee weapons, it would just completely ruin the game. The knifing was fine. Here in Modern Warfare Remastered, knifing is terrible as it is. So I guess that's why they decided to add melee weapons. I don't know. And new guns, it would just throw the game off, honestly. It, it would just make the game more unbalanced. So besides those things happening, I would be fine with a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And now that I've been here making this video for you guys, I've been thinking to myself in the back of my head while I'm saying all this, what if this year, since it's back to boots on the ground, it'll bring the sales up, right? Because that's what everyone wants. And especially if it's a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And going back to what Chaos X Silencer said, or Jimmy, I'll link down his video down in the description where he said this, but he said it would be smarter for Activision to release the possible Modern Warfare 2 Remastered halfway through the year of that game being out. Because with Infinite Warfare, the game came out, and then Modern Warfare Remastered was launched right along it, and people didn't really want to buy this game because they had to buy Infinite Warfare, and they thought it was a waste of buying a game that they weren't even going to play, and it was just for a game that they wanted. So if they were to release it by standalone, it would, throughout halfway through the year, people would buy that, and hopefully to get them through half the year, they would buy this year's COD to get them halfway through the year. Even if it's just halfway that they play and that's it, it's still a large sale of people that buying that game. And maybe, well, definitely they're going to put supply drops in this year's COD. There's no doubt about it. It'd be the 3rd year in a row. But hopefully, if sales are big enough, maybe they might just hold back the idea of putting supply drops into Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. If sales are great, like how they used to be, why do you need supply drops in a Remastered? You just leave the Remastered alone. And yeah, basically, that's why I think that supply drops won't be in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Also about how this would set up a Modern Warfare series trilogy remastered. It'd be great because if COD 2019 comes out and they remaster Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 3 could be released halfway through the year with the Modern Warfare series remastered. And instead of having to switch in between discs, let's say you buy the disc version, which I have right now, so instead of having, let's say they do it how next year and when Modern Warfare 3 Remastered gets released, let's say you have to have the disc in to play that game. Now, if they release like the Modern Warfare Collection and Black Ops Collection for PS3 and Xbox 360 that came out in the last like 5 months or 6, if they do it like that, where it's all 3 discs and you can put them, or it's just even 3 downloadable code games like Modern Warfare Remastered is, you can play with those 3 games without even switching between discs, which would save a hassle, honestly. Because who doesn't want to switch in between discs constantly just to play one game? I know I wouldn't. So, kind of makes sense. And so yeah, that's really all I have to talk about today. The links to the article and Jimmy's video will be down in the description, so if you want to see what Jimmy said about the halfway through the year remaster launch, and if you want to read the article for yourself, it'll be down in the description. So drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Comment what you guys think should happen, or do you think this is actually a real leak, or if it's just a fake leak? Because looking at the photo, it does look legit. Whoever made this photo, I give you props that if it is fake, I give you props. It looks really awesome. It looks exactly like the Modern Warfare 2 like cover art, just more definition. Like the Modern Warfare Remastered cover art was buffed up in definition. Also, comment down what you guys want to see from me in the next couple weeks. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, my Twitter link will be in the description at retro_gaming. YouTube, YT. I have my upload schedule that I made a couple weeks ago pinned as my pinned tweet, and that will be my upload schedule in March 2017, next month. March 17th, my PlayStation membership runs out, my year membership, and I'll probably have to redo that. So if I kind of miss a upload or two from after March 17th, it's not really going to be my fault. I would have to buy another one. I'm going to buy the 1 month one just so it's easier to get out videos. Share this video with your friends, get them to see if they also, I don't know, I'm kind of tired right now. It's 11:21 p.m. I'm making this video, and I'm just waiting for a friend to come online so I can play Modern Warfare Remastered with him. So, yeah, I know I already said this already, but it just feels weird not saying anything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Retro, out.